Paddy Pimblett slander will not be tolerated. Ever. I don't want to hear anybody dog or say anything bad about this kid ever again. This dude, he is Justin Gaethje. He's the new age Justin Gaethje. He's your new Justin Gaethje. He came forward. He's known as a grappler, known for his grappling. I would have liked to see what it looked like with him trying to get Justin down and get on his back. But he stood toe to toe and bang, held his own, and he almost finished Justin multiple times. Multiple times did he have Justin hurt, touching him up, hitting him.
Paddy, to me, he's the biggest 55er I've ever seen, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is huge, and he was able to take Justin's shots. Possibly, he was able to take them probably because of the weight, bro. Like, I am super curious to see how much he actually weighs during like actual fight day, like an hour or 30 minutes before he actually goes up, because he looks freaking huge.
He was big.
I gotta say something about Paddy. We talked about star power earlier and like the Sean O'Malley thing, and I think right now it's starting to look like there's only space for one guy with braids. You know, right now in the UFC, it's Paddy Pimblett. That guy, when you talk about aura, this guy radiates aura. Armin's got a whole different type of aura that we'll get into in a second. But when it comes to like going into a fight, this guy, pure smiles, pure energy, just fucking excited to be there. Yeah. No, you know what I mean? Not an ounce of sweat or seriousness on this guy's face. Had the entire crowd like a club doing this move, you know what I mean? Doing this thing. And just like the energy that night of him walking in, I think like Paramount's looking at this like, where are we putting this guy?
Paddy did a lot of great things. Like, I know there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of people saying certain things. But Paddy did some good things in there. Paddy landed that beautiful knee a few times. He landed it to the body, landed it to the head. He chewed up the legs. Listen, all respect for Paddy Pimblett. All respect for him. And they're right. You know, Justin even said it. Scousers don't get knocked out.
Paddy impressed me because I saw something that I didn't know he had. I didn't know he had that kind of dog in him. I didn't know he had a chin on him like that. I didn't know that, like, you know, the stuff that you can't teach, he has that. However, so he should be proud of himself. He fought his ass off. He got dropped multiple times. I thought it was finished in the first round. Yeah. I thought it was finished in the second. I thought it was finished multiple times. So the survival ability, fair play.
You know, very rarely does a guy elevate in a loss as much as I believe Paddy Pimblett will elevate in this loss tonight. So many people wanted to call him a hype job. So many people wanted to pretend that this kid didn't deserve to be here tonight, that this kid was not a viable challenger for a world title. Tonight he proved that. All that, he hasn't fought anybody in the top 5 yet, none of the best guys. I don't ever want to hear that again. Because what I saw tonight was a kid that has a big future, that has a ton of ability to really challenge the best fighters in the world, and he will do that consistently for a really, really long time.
You know, he gained a ton of fans on Saturday night because of that performance. And yes, it was a loss, and maybe he didn't have anything to prove to himself, but you know the fans, sometimes you do need to prove it to the fans. And I think he gained a lot on Saturday night. I think, a lot of people appreciated that tremendous, that gargantuan effort that he had. A lot of lesser fighters at 155 pounds would have stayed down against someone like Justin Gaethje.
That's true. I mean, fans loved him to begin with, but he had a lot of haters too. I think this is one of those fights where a lot of those people that maybe were like annoyed by the whole Paddy vibe and everything that comes with it are going to go now, okay, wait a minute.
Yep.
There's nothing to say here other than he's got some things that he can work on to be fighting the absolute best guys in the division. But for sure, he proved that he is up there amongst the absolute elite in that lightweight division.
And it also kind of deserves to be said too about Paddy. His improvement is real. I thought he gave Justin a couple of good rounds, and he certainly is durable as shit. But dude, can we just be honest? Arman Tsarukyan is beating the living dog shit out of him. It might be a different fight but the ground and pound, he's going to fuck him up. And Ilia Topuria would send his chin into outer space. They would have to get a NASA telescope to find that thing.
I was enjoying every moment when the Gagey clipped him. He's a bitch. He doesn't deserve to be there, you know. That's why I was happy, because now UFC can see like why they put the trash can there, like, and like he never deserved to be there. He has zero technique, to be honest. Oh my god, I feel like everybody can beat him. Like the good fighters, like who is on the prime from top 15, everybody can beat, unless like it's Michael Chandler, because Michael Chandler, UFC made him to be on the top 15 as well, like him.
He looks like a baby giraffe. Fucking elbows flying in the air, jumping in the air. He looks retarded to me when he fights. And the hard part is not getting to Justin Gaethje. It's like, now you had a 5-round war with Justin Gaethje. Well, your next fight's going to be a 5-round war. Then there's going to be another 5-round war. Then you have another war. Then you have another war. There's no more easy fights. There's no more fights where you're not taking, and it's a lesson that I've learned the hard way myself. Like, for the rest of his career, there's no fights where you're just going to go out there and you're just going to skate by and you're just going to outclass the guy.
He need to take a break for 5-6 years after the fight. He got dropped like 15 times. So bad for his brain. He was stupid. Now he's like, maybe now he's gonna be crazy, even crazy.
I'm a thumbs up, thumbs down guy. He's thumbs down. You know, like this guy talks, and then he gets caught on his shit, and he just turns into victim. He goes into victim mode straight away. Dog shit. He talks an awful lot of shit for someone that fights like that. You know what I mean? If the only thing coming out of that fight, the only thing coming out of it is that you got a good chin, coming from experience, you fought like shit.
Well, he's so bad. He's not, I'm saying like real, right? Topuria, I'm not saying he's bad fighter, right? He's good fighter.
Sure.
Islam, good fighter. Oliveira, good fighter. Holloway, good fighter. Poirier, good fighter. But like this trash can, he's zero fighter.
You watch Paddy Pimblett's fights, yeah, he's gotten so much better, but he has this flaw that I don't feel like he can get rid of, is what he does with his chin. His chin is so high all the fucking time.
Because it's made of concrete,
the way that he backs up, the way that he throws combos, it's always high, and it always has been. Watch all of his old fights. His chin is up here. It's crazy. Like, and if you're watching tape on this guy and you're gonna fight him, he's like, overhand right.
Yeah.
Put pressure on him, overhand. He's gonna back up like this.
Yeah.
His hands are here, his chin's high. Like, the overhand right's gonna be there all day long.
All day long.
I'd like to see, because Paddy jumped levels.
He did.
And he's been doing that consistently throughout his career.
Mm-hmm.
And hats off to him. This fight, like, he was never out of it.
Yeah.
Okay?
It was competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he took shots and he took a bit of a beating.
Yeah.
But he gave as good as he got. And it was a good fight to see. But I definitely think he needs to take a step back. Not a touch-up fight or a tone-up fight, because like they don't exist in the UFC. But
No.
like take a step back from that top 3, top 4 competition and then come back. I think he needs that.
Yeah, tough son of a. I mean, and he never quit. He never stopped trying to win. He never stopped trying to hurt me. But he's exactly what a UFC fighter is. He's going to be a problem for a lot of people. He'll learn. He's really good. You know, he's got balls of steel. Can't get put to sleep. Obviously, I don't know. I mean, I smoked him, and can't wait to watch it. But yeah, I mean, he's. I told him after, stay in it, stay on it. I'm right. You're right where I was not too long ago, 7 years ago, as a matter of fact. And you know, he'll be there soon. I just did what Eddie Alvarez did to me at about the same age. You know, I just had to show him that you know you can't talk or think reckless when you're going in there.
If I'm Pimblett or Pimblett's coaches, he's in the gym 6 days a week, even though he ends up eating up and he gets chubby and everything, but he stays in the gym, which is super important. He needs to be working on wrestling. We know how tough he is now. We know he's got a great chin. We know he could even stand and hurt a guy like Gaethje, because he did hurt Gaethje a few times in the fight. So we know what he's capable of on the feet, but we also know that the only way he's beating an Ilya Topuria or beating what's his name, Arman, these guys who are really on top of the division, he needs to be able to wrestle these guys, and he needs to be able to bring them to where he's most dangerous, which is on the ground.
They got to bring in some wrestlers, man, right? The entire team at Next Gen, and this is not me talking crap about Next Generation. They're a tremendous team and they are producing a lot of great athletes. But I spoke to Luke Riley and Shem Rock, and they said they don't really do wrestling practices. Again, I am not talking shit. I swear to you, it's just a suggestion. They do MMA, jiu-jitsu, grappling, okay? You can't rest in those situations. That was jiu-jitsu versus wrestling. You gotta wrestle more. You gotta bring in some big powerhouse wrestlers. Otherwise, Paddy's jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. It's really creative. He's got flying triangles. He can pull submissions out of a hat. But none of that means a lick if you can't take your opponent down to the ground. So he's got to work on his wrestling.
I feel like because Paddy and Arman have been talking so much shit to each other, dude, settle the beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, settle the beef. If Paddy was to beat Arman, bro, he could have that next title shot once again. Like, think about that. Like, if I'm in Paddy's shoes and I believe and I want to just do that, and you know what I'm saying? Why not?
I think you give him. I think the UFC definitely, especially after a fight like that, you want to get him back in the win column. You don't want to give him too hard of a fight, but you can't just throw him. There is no layups in the UFC anymore. I think they're gonna end up giving him somebody like Dan Hooker. They got a little back and forth. They've been talking trash. You don't want to give him Arman. I think Arman's the toughest test in that lightweight division for any of these guys. And I just don't know where he goes.
I think Paddy's got another couple runs in him to get back to this title conversation. If he can, get back on the horse after this. But don't forget, you got Arman Sarukian waiting around the corner for all these guys.
There's always going to be somebody who has something to say, you know what I mean? I think Paddy had a great fight. I think he performed well, relatively speaking. He's able to take Justin's damage and continue to push forward. I think that's a win on its own. And I think this maybe can show him, hey, there's some skills I can develop. But as far as, there's always going to be somebody telling you, you don't deserve it, you're not good enough. That's life. I think Paddy should just focus right now on recovering, family, and look to get back in there as soon as he can.
Paddy needs to take his time, make sure that he heals up, make sure that he's hungry again, he's ready to go before jumping back in there. That's just my 2 cents.